No. Okay, so the first hitter is Horner, who is on with a line shot into right field with a base hit, brings up Michael Busch. Just the start of things here in Los Angeles. The Cubs and the Dodgers. The pitch by Suzuki outside. 91-mile-an-hour splitter missing for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Horner, the leadoff hitter, getting on base with a sharp line drive single to right field. Freeman holding him on at first. Suzuki looks in, gets a sign from rushing. The pitch swung on and a high fly ball. Incoming Muncy from third. He's there. He's got it for out number 1. So 1 out for the Cubs. And that will now bring on third baseman Bregman. So Bregman now coming in, former Astro, involved in a couple of World Series championships for the Astros. Bregman swinging in from the right-hand side of the plate. Runner away from first is Horner. The pitch on the way is 96-mile-an-hour fastball just outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Just the start of things here in L.A. Suzuki looks in, gets the sign from rushing, checks the runner at first. The throw is taken and called strike. Splitter right down the middle, 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Cubs winning last night on a thriller, coming back trailing 4-0 to win it 6-4. Suzuki looking in. Throws over to first base to Freeman. He dropped it, but back to first goes Horner. Bregman hitting .266 so far this season. Bregman's 3-time All-Star, 2 World Series champions, Gold Glove among his accomplishments, and taken for called strike 2. 86-mile-an-hour fastball. So thank you for tuning in to this broadcast here. It's the Dodgers and the Cubs. Pitch is taken high for ball 2. So 2-2 is the count. 2-2 is the count. 1 on, 1 out. Suzuki's already thrown 10 pitches in this game. The pitch, the windup, it's a ground ball hit sharply to Muncy at third. He throws across to second baseman Kim. Over to first base for the double play. Check that, it goes to Kim, the shortstop, so it'll be a 6-5-4. It's a 5-6-4 double play, and down go the Cubs. So at the end of a half an inning, the Cubs 0, the Dodgers coming up. The Dodgers and their first 3 hitters will be designated hitter Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, and then Max Muncy, the third baseman, who just started that double play. So once again, thank you for tuning in to this telecast. The Cubs and the Dodgers. Dodgers dropping last night's game to the Cubs. After leading 4-0, the Cubs came back and scored 6 unanswered runs to win it 6-4. If you're enjoying this telecast, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll be here all year long bringing you Dodger baseball. The Dodgers, coming off of a road trip where they played Colorado for 4 games and the Giants for 3, are thankful to be home, but then they got roughed up last night. So Dodgers trying to get back on the winning track tonight. They did quite well, actually splitting the 4 games in Colorado. They got roughed up in San Francisco, losing 2, winning 1, and then come back home and lose last night. So let's see what they can do today to get themselves back on the winning track. This week has been tough, and it's only they're going to be busy after they play today, then they'll play tomorrow, and then Miami for 3 games before they get a day off. So this is quite a stretch for the Dodgers in this past week and a half that's coming up. So as we're just about set here, the Cubs now will be on the field. We'll look at that right now. So Rhee is the pitcher, and he's up and ready to start pitching here for the Cubs. And Ohtani is now checking in from the left-hand side of the plate. The right-hander looks down, gets the sign from his catcher Amaya. The pitch is taken for a called strike one, right down the middle, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-1 the count to Ohtani. Ray looks down. Ray's pitch swung on, and a flying drive shot into left field for a base hit. Ohtani rounds first and then goes back to first base. So it's a leadoff base hit. So 2 pitches and 1 hit. So the Dodgers getting off to a much better start in today's game. Colin Ray this season, 3-0 start. The pitch to Freeman is lined foul along the third base line and out of play. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. On deck for the Dodgers is Muncy. On first base, Ohtani. And to the plate, Freddie Freeman with his .284 batting average, 3 home runs, and 14 ribbies in this season. Ray's pitch on the way is taken low for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Ohtani takes a little lead away from first. Pitch on the way to Freeman, swung on and missed. 87-mile-an-hour splitter. So now it's a 1-2 count. No outs. Ohtani on first. No score, just the start of things. Freeman, 11 seasons as the Dodgers manager. 3 World Series championships. And a whole lot of wins to back him up. So pitch on the way, swung on and missed. And down goes Freeman. So he strikes out. It's Ray's first strikeout of the game, and that'll bring up third baseman Max Muncy. So now 1 out in the bottom of the first here in Los Angeles, Dodger Stadium. The pitch on the way to the left-hand hitting Muncy is called strike 1. Muncy hitting .292 on the season, 8 home runs and 9 ribbies, a .972 on-base percentage. Ray looks down, checks the runner at first. The throws. Pitch is taken for high. Ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Colin Ray looking in, gets the sign from his catcher Amaya. Checks the runner, and the pitch is taken low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ray looking in, gets the sign from his catcher Amaya. Checks Ohtani at first. The 2-1 pitch swung on, foul along the first baseline. A little dribbler and out of play. Colin Ray has done quite well at this so far this season, pitching for the Cubs. The hard throwing right-hander looks down, gets the sign from his catcher Amaya. Ohtani a little lead away from first. And the 2-2 pitch to Muncy, swung on and fouled back and out of play. 1 out. Ohtani will now retrieve back to first base. Ray's already thrown 11 pitches so far. We've got 1 out for the Dodgers, 1 on, a 2-2 count to Muncy. And on deck is the right fielder, Kyle Tucker, former Cub, will be facing his team very soon. The pitch on the way is swung on and fouled out of play. 88-mile-an-hour splitter. Muncy now takes a little lead off of first, being held on by Bush at first. Ray throws on over there. Bush tags safe, diving back to first base is Ohtani. 2-2 the count to Muncy. So the throw, well, it beat Ohtani to the plate. By the time the tag came, that was late. So Muncy, check that, Ohtani diving back. Ray looking into Muncy. Ohtani getting a little bigger lead. And the 2-2 pitch swung on by Muncy and fouled out of play along the third baseline into the left field side of the plate and into the grandstands. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ohtani now away from first. Looks in, gets the sign from Ryan. The pitch goes all the way to the backstop, and rounding second easily will be Ohtani. And now the Dodgers have a man in scoring position. The count is full. So let's see here what's going to happen with Muncy at the plate. As Ohtani was leaving, the catcher Amaya was getting ready to stand up and throw and didn't complete the process by catching the ball first. And it got past him, rolled in between the legs of the umpire, and all the way to the backstop. 3 balls, 2 strikes, Ohtani away from second. The pitch to Muncy way outside for ball 4. So just like that, after getting after Ohtani got his hit, Freddie Freeman struck out, but then Ray turns around and walks Muncy. And now that'll bring up Kyle Tucker, the former Cub, with a real chance to hurt his former club right now. Kyle Tucker hitting .237 on the year. 3 home runs, 13 ribbies. Started out hitting in the second slot of the order after Mookie Betts went out, and now he's just been recently dropped to the 4th spot. Checking in from the left-hand side of the plate. The pitch swung on and lined foul along the first baseline. An 88-mile-an-hour splitter there. So the count is no balls, 1 strike to Kyle Tucker. Tucker hitting .163 at home and .313 on the road. And this game is a home game, so that would be the .163 side. Let's see if he can turn that around here. The pitch on the way. Taken for called. Ball 1. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, just missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ray has now thrown 17 pitches. Only has 1 out. He's got 2 on. Tucker looking in. The 1-1 pitch swung on foul along the first base side of the plate. Ohtani away from second. Muncy away from first. 2 on, 1 out. 1-2 count to Tucker. Ray now fakes the throw to home and now gets off the rubber, looking back at Ohtani at second. Easier said than done, of course, but Ray may be better off just concentrating on striking out Tucker and then let the runners stay where they may. The windup, the pitch swung on, and a sharp ground ball hit to the diving second baseman. He throws across to the shortstop for the out on Muncy. Meanwhile, Ohtani moves to third, and on to first safely goes Tucker on the fielder's choice. So now there's 2 outs. What a great stop by Horner at second base, diving and keeping that ball in front of him as he gloved it and just shoveled it to the shortstop Swanson, who kept a foot on the bag at second to force out the sliding Muncy. So you talk about making the most out of the least. The Cubs did just that by getting an out, keeping the runners on base. Brings up Tarasco Hernandez. First pitch on the way, 86-mile-an-hour. Ball just misses. So ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Hernandez is a high fly ball. Looks like Ray's going to get out of this. Shortstop Swanson, he's under it. He's got it. And down go the Dodgers, as it took him a while for Ray to get out of that inning, but they only give up 1 hit and no runs. The score at the end of 1 complete here at Dodger Stadium, the Cubs 0, the Dodgers 0. And coming up now for the Cubs in the start of the 2nd inning will be, let's see, Happ, Suzuki, and Ballesteros, the designated hitter. I'll be right back after this short break. Okay, back here at ready for the top of the 2nd inning, as a left fielder, Happ will now come in there to face Sasaki. Sasaki only giving up 1 hit in his first inning that he pitched. So Sasaki has been the man that's been a long talk of should they send him to the bullpen, because now that Edwin Diaz has gone out on the disabled list. But Sasaki is hanging in there, and let's see if he can put together an impressive start today to keep that talk of him going to the bullpen to be the closer out of anybody's mouth. Last night, Tanner Scott blew the game after it was tied 4-4. Couldn't quite hold on to that. And Sasaki now back up on the mound. The pitch to the left-hand hitting Happ is taken for strike 1. So Happ waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate, facing the right-hander Sasaki, and the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Sasaki's thrown 13 pitches so far in this game. He's trying to get out of this inning, allowing as minimal pitches as possible and keep that control in check. The 0-2 pitch on the way to Happ. Swung on, line foul down the first base line. 92-mile-an-hour splitter. Ian Happ hitting .250, 7 home runs, and 14 ribbies so far in this young season. Happ waits to the plate. Sasaki, 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and down goes Happ. So just like that, 1 batter, 4 pitches, and 1 out. So the Cubs now will bring up the right fielder Sasaki to the plate. Sasaki comes in hitting .294. So Otani will face his fellow Japanese teammate. The windup, the pitch, way inside for ball 1. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. So Sasaki wanting to put a little bit extra on that pitch. Suzuki hitting .294, 3 home runs, 7 ribbies. Sasaki looks in to Suzuki with rushing behind the plate. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. A splitter, 91-mile-an-hour splitter. So 0-2 is the count. So Suzuki has come in here looking really impressive, facing the first 2 batters, only allowing 1 ball and has mowed down 5 strikes. Suzuki's pitch is low for ball one. Now they check the first, no swing. So it is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sasaki on the mound. The right fielder, Suzuki. Sasaki looks in, gets the sign, the pitch, taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a splitter just missing. On deck for the Cubs is designated hitter Ballesteros. Right-hander Suzuki waits from Sasaki, and there's a high drive hit to deep left field, away out and gone. So just like that, home run for Suzuki off of Sasaki. 4th home run this season, a solo shot, and the Cubs jumping all over the Dodgers first. Last night it was the Dodgers getting 4 runs. That's a 400-foot home run, 104 miles an hour to get out of here. So now the Cubs take the lead. So Sasaki's 20th pitch winds up in the left field pavilion. Sasaki's now got to get it back together. The pitch on the way to Ballesteros is line foul and out of play. 0-1 the count. So everything seemed to be going just to plan until Suzuki nailed it to deep left field. The pitch taken inside for ball 1, a 92-mile-an-hour splitter. We're in the second inning, a 1-1 count to Ballesteros, hitting .400 this season. Sasaki's wind up the 1-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back and out of play. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. If you're enjoying it, please give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate the support. And if you'd like to see more of this type of baseball play-by-play action, subscribe to the channel. Cubs 1, Dodgers 0. Suzuki just nailing it to left field for the one lone run of this game. Pitch on the way is way outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ballesteros. Sasaki's now pitched 24 pitches. Ballesteros waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. The right-hander Sasaki deals, and it's a dribbler foul and back and out of play. 1 out, second inning. Dodgers trailing 1-0 on the 404-foot home run hit by Suzuki. And the pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play, an 87-mile-an-hour splitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the second inning. Moses Ballesteros with 3 home runs and 11 ribbies on this season. And the right-hander deals. The pitch in the dirt bounces for ball 3. So now the count is 3-2, and 92-mile-an-hour splitter just missing. The shortstop Swanson on deck. Roki Sasaki waiting in. The pitch. Line shot to center field, and waiting for it is Pajes for the out number 2. So now Sasaki's got 2 outs here in this top of the second inning. 1 more out to go to get out of this inning and try to keep that pitch count down. Very light rainfall begins to fall here in Los Angeles. 2 outs, no one on. Here in the second inning, Cubs 1, Dodgers 0. Sasaki's pitch is taken for called strike 1, 85-mile-an-hour slider. Dansby Swanson hitting .208, 6 home runs, 21 ribbies this season in 26 games. Sasaki looks in, the pitch taken outside for ball 1, 94-mile-an-hour sinker. So 1-1 second inning, 2 outs. The Cubs 1, Dodgers 0. Suzuki's now thrown 30 pitches in this game in less than 2 innings of work. Swanson waving the bat back and forth. The pitch, it's a ground ball, hit sharply to Muncy at third. He gloves it, throws across to Freeman for out number 3. And so down go the Cubs in the top of the second, but not until they get 1 run on 1 hit. A low solo home run by Suzuki. Dodgers now will be bringing up their catcher rushing, center fielder Pages, and the shortstop Hae-Seon Kim. So those will be the first 3 batters coming up, and if anybody gets on, second baseman Alex Freeland. Once again, thank you, folks, for kindly tuning in to this broadcast. In other action happening along the way here this Saturday, the Boston Red Sox score 17 runs against the Baltimore Orioles to dismantle them. The Seattle Mariners handle St. Louis 11-9. And in another final for this, let's see if I can find another final here for you. Looking at first inning action, Cincinnati Reds 4 and Detroit 1 at the end of 1 inning. So they're putting up some runs there in that game. So Roki Sasaki now allowing just he's allowed 31 pitches, an average of 15 pitches in the first 2 innings of play. He definitely needs to pitch under 10 pitches in this upcoming inning to start straightening things out. If you let that pitch count get a little bit away from you early, it only gets harder as the game goes on. So he's got to check himself and get himself on the right track here. So Dalton Rushing, who's been on quite a tear hitting home runs, will be the first man in. So he's filling in for regular catcher Will Smith behind the plate. Andy Pages will be the second hitter coming up, along with Hae-Seon Kim. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Dodgers and the Cubs here in the bottom of the second inning, as the Dodgers now will be coming to the plate. Dalton Rushing, the catcher, is now checking in, ready to face Colin Ray. And the pitch on the way to the left-hand hitting Rushing is taken for called strike 1, 79-mile-an-hour curveball. So 0-1 the count. Dalton Rushing hitting .419, 7 home runs and 14 ribbies. Colin Ray looks down. The 0-1 pitch is taken for called strike 2. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Dalton Rushing, 31 at-bats, 36 total bases this season. Rushing swinging in from the left-hand side of the plate, facing the right-hander Ray. The pitch swung on and fouled out of play along the third base side. So the count remains 0-2. Colin Ray has thrown 24 pitches so far in this game. And the pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. Four-seam fastball. 0-2 the count, 2 outs. Actually 0-2 the count in the second inning with no outs. Colin Ray looking in. First batter of this inning is Rushing. The pitch is taken low for ball 1. 87-mile-an-hour pitch. Now waiting in. Rushing from the left-hand side of the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, lined foul along the first base side of the Ray has now thrown 27 pitches. We're only in the second inning. Cubs 1, Dodgers 0. That 1 home run coming on a solo shot by Suzuki. The pitch on the way to Rushing, swung on and missed, and down he goes for out number 1. So that will be 2 strikeouts now for Colin Ray. Striking out 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and that'll bring up Andy Pages. Center fielder Pages checking in, and the pitch on the way inside for ball 1, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Pages hitting .333 with 5 home runs and 21 ribbies on the season. The pitch taken low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out. Top of the second, Dodgers trailing 1-0 to the Cubs. Ray looks in. The right-hander deals foul. Hit sharply along the third baseline. 93-mile-an-hour sinker. Makes the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out, second inning, 2-1 the count to Pages. And on deck is Ha-Seong Kim, the shortstop. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. Andy Pages, 6'1", 212 pounds from Havana, Cuba. Pages waiting in. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and high fly ball into right field, but waiting for it is the right fielder Suzuki for the catch for out number 2. So now 2 outs for the Dodgers, and that will bring on the shortstop Ha-Seong Kim. 33 pitches so far by Colin Ray in this game so far. Ha-Seong Kim checks in, hitting .351, 1 home run and 6 ribbies. And the pitch, taken for called strike 1, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Kim waving the bat back and forth, 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Nobody on. The pitch line foul along the first base side. And if you're enjoying this telecast, please give a thumbs up. And if you're enjoying it, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be here all year long doing Dodger baseball. Thank you kindly for tuning in to check this out. Ha-Seong Kim from the left-hand side of the plate, waving the bat back and forth. No balls, 2 strikes, second inning, Cubs 1, Dodgers 0. The pitch swung on, lined sharply into center field for a base hit, picked up by the center fielder Crow Armstrong and thrown in, but not until Suzuki is aboard with a base hit. Ray has now thrown 36 pitches. 2 outs, 1 on. And for the Dodgers, second baseman Alex Freeland coming to the plate. A nice shot line single into center field by Kim as he takes a short lead away from first. Freeland waits in. The pitch is outside for ball 1. 93-mile-an-hour fastball just missing. Alex Freeland hitting .222 in this season. 1 home run. Kim eyeing Ray on the mound. And the 1-0 pitch. Oh, he throws on over to first base. It gets away from Bush. And Kim is back safely, diving headfirst onto first base. Kim now taking a lead away from first base. Cubs 1, Dodgers 0, bottom of the second inning in Los Angeles. 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch on the way to Freeland, fouled back and out of play. 1-1 now the count. So we're just in the second inning, and Ray has pitched 38 pitches. Ray looks down, gets the sign from Amaya. The catcher is taken for 94-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ray has now thrown 39 pitches, so this will be his 40th pitch coming up in 2 innings of work. So he's definitely going to need to keep that pitch count down if he plans on going any further in this game. And the 2-1 pitch taken for called strike 2. 85-mile-an-hour pitch. So 2-2's the count. 2 outs, 1 on. Cubs 1, Dodgers 0. Ray looks down to Amaya. The pitch swung on from the left-hand side of the plate. Fastball, 94-mile-an-hour, foul ball. 2-2 the count. So now deuces are wild. 2 outs, second inning, 2-2 count. Cubs 1, Dodgers 0. Hitting to a Freeland, who's hitting .222. Freeland waiting in from the left-hand side and watches the ball being thrown over to first base. And diving back is Hae-Sung Kim safely to first base. Ohtani waiting on deck. And the 2-2 pitch swung on a high fly ball to dead center field. Waiting for it for the catch is Crow Armstrong, and down go the Dodgers. So that'll do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the second inning. And the score after 2 complete innings here in Los Angeles, the Dodgers trail the Cubs 1-0. Once again, thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. If you're enjoying it, please give it a thumbs up. I'll be here all season long bringing you Dodger baseball. And with that, let me take a 30-second break and be right back. Okay, so once again, bringing you Dodger baseball here, trailing 2-0. Up come the Cubs in the top of the third inning. Thank you so much for tuning in to this telecast. It means a lot to me. Trying to get this channel up and going, bringing you the best in baseball, Dodger baseball, 2-time world champions. But right now, they're trailing the Cubs 1-0. So coming up for the Cubs in this half of the inning, it'll be Crow Armstrong, the center fielder, led by the catcher Amaya, and Horner, the second baseman, at the top of the order. So Roki Sasaki is, well, outside of giving up that one shot to his fellow Japanese teammate in Japan, he's been pretty much pitching well. That one home run wrecked them as it gave the Cubs their second hit of the game, but more importantly, the lead 1-0. So now for the Cubs will come up, left-hand hitting center fielder Crow Armstrong against Sasaki. And the pitch on the way, swung on, and a little dribbler foul just right behind him. So, Crow Armstrong coming in, facing Sasaki. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed for 0-2. 91-mile-an-hour splitter. Crow Armstrong hitting .241 with 1 homer and 7 ribbies. Waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. The windup, the pitch swung on and Down he goes and missed. So second strikeout for Suzuki. So he's matching stride for stride with Colin Ray as far as strikeouts go. But Ray's got the lead 1-0 on the solo home run by Suzuki into the left field pavilion. Cubs 1, Dodgers 0, 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Suzuki's wind up the pitch to the catcher Amaya is taken for called strike one. Amaya hitting .227 so far. Suzuki looks in, gets the sign from rushing, and the ball bounces in front of and behind the plate and out of play. Miguel Amaya hitting .227 with 1 home run and 4 ribbies thus far in this season. Suzuki looks in, gets the sign from rushing. The count is 1-1. The pitch on the way, outside. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So the count is now 2 balls, 1 strike. Suzuki looking in. And the 2-1 pitch is taken for called strike 2. 86-mile-an-hour slider. So 1 out, 2-2 count. 3 in the third inning, 1 out, 2-2 the count to the catcher Amaya for the Cubs. Suzuki waving off a pitch suggestion by rushing, and now Suzuki ready. Winds up the 2-2 pitch. Oh, did it hit him in the elbow? Looks like he did. But now it looks as though Rushing's asking for a replay of that. But that will be a first. He'll take his base. So he had thought, Rushing had initially thought that it hit the bat. They still want to look at a replay to make sure it hit, and it did indeed hit his elbow. Didn't hit the bat, hit the elbow, and he's safely awarded first base. So now Suzuki making his own trouble, hitting a batter and allowing a runner on base. So 1 out, 1 on. Cubs 1, Dodgers 0, and bringing up Horner, who's 1 for 1 in this game. And the pitch on the way, taken low for ball 1. And to second goes Amaya, the throw down, and it looks like he's stolen it, as it was a little dribbler that got away from Rushing, picked it up through, but not until Amaya's now at second base. So any little delay, they're picking up on anything to beat you, and he actually beat the tag, and he was in there safely. So when a catcher steals a base on you, that's an eye-opener to never let your head leave the game. Nico Horner waiting in, singled in the first. 1 out, 1-0 count. Suzuki checks the runner at first, throws low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And now there's a challenge here by the Dodgers. And that pitch was indeed low for ball 2. So the Dodgers will lose that challenge. Cubs 1, Dodgers 0 on the solo home run blast by Suzuki in the left field pavilion. Pitch on the way is a foul ball at the plate by Horner. So it's now 2-1 count. Third inning, 1 run on. Runner away from second base is Amaya, the catcher. Roki looks in, gets the sign from Rushing. To the belt. And the pitch swung on, and a line shot into right field. Tucker's there. He's got it. He'll glove it, throw it over to in, but not until Amaya tags at second and moves over to third base. So now you have a runner at third in Amaya and 2 outs for the Cubs, leading 1-0. Craig Counsell in his 12th season as a major league manager. Wow, does time go fast. I remember when he was a rookie coming out of Notre Dame. Michael Bush now swinging in from the left-hand side of the plate. 2 outs, 1 on. The pitch taken for called strike one, 89-mile-an-hour splitter. Oh and 1 the count. Pitch on the way, low and in the dirt for ball 2. I checked that for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Sasaki's now thrown 45 pitches. Bush at the plate, 0 for 1 in his first plate appearance. 2 outs in the third, Cubs 1, Dodgers 0. Sasaki gets the sign from Rushing, checks the runner Amaya at third. The pitch taken inside and low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Bush. Bregman waiting on deck. Sasaki looks in, and the pitch on the way to Bush as the line shot into right field for a base hit, and in comes Amaya to score. So just like that, the Cubs 2, the Dodgers 0. 1 in the so the Cubs getting 1 in the second and now 1 in the third, 2 outs, a runner on first. Sasaki now with a runner on first, checks the runner over at first, and the pitch to Bregman. Taken, called strike one, 84-mile-an-hour slider. Bregman hitting .264 with 3 home runs and 10 ribbies in this season. The third baseman waving in his bat from the right-hand side of the plate. The pitch is low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. .49 pitches Sasaki has thrown, and this will be his 50th pitch. What's it going to be? Called strike 2. So 1 and 2. 50 pitches by Sasaki. Cubs 2, Dodgers 0. Now Sasaki's got to go after him right now and strike him out in this half of the inning. The pitch on the way, called strike 3, and he does just that. So that'll do it for the Cubs in the third inning, but not until they push across another run, leading 2-0 over the Dodgers. And the Dodgers will now have the top of the order they'll be bringing up in Ohtani in the first. Ohtani, the leadoff hitter, will be batting first, followed by Freeman, the first baseman, and then the third baseman, Max Muncy. Once again, thank you for joining in on this telecast. If you're enjoying it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll be here all season long covering Major League Baseball. Ohtani hitting .245 this season, and then followed by Freddie Freeman, who's hitting .281, and then Max Muncy, who's hitting .292. Dodgers, after today's game, they'll be playing the Cubs tomorrow and an earlier start at 1 o'clock Pacific Coast time. And then they move on to entertain the Miami Marlins for 3 games, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, finally getting a much-deserved and well-needed rest on Thursday, this coming Thursday, after the Dodgers have gone 13 straight games. By the time they get to their day off on Thursday, they will have played 13 straight games. Dodgers trailing the Cubs 2-0. In the second inning, Suzuki hit a solo home run into left field for his home run, and then Amaya working his way around the bases for the Cubs to score on a base hit, the second run for the Cubs. We go into the bottom of the third inning, with the Cubs leading the Dodgers 2-3 on 3 hits, and the Dodgers no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Ohtani waiting in. Pitch on the way is inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Shohei Ohtani. Singled in the first and stole a base. The pitch taken, called strike 1. So 1-1's a count. Cubs 2, Dodgers 0. Suzuki waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. Ray delivers his 45th pitch, taken low for ball 2. 87-mile-an-hour splitter just missing. Ohtani pitches high for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Shohei. No outs. Pitch way outside for ball 4. So walking the leadoff hitter is Colin Ray, and Shohei Ohtani will take his base, and that'll bring up the left-hand hitting first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Freeman comes in hitting .281. And he's going to need to do something now at the plate. Dodgers can't afford to keep falling behind inning by inning to this Cub team. And the pitch is taken ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. In Freddie Freeman's last appearance, he struck out in the first inning. Colin looks down, gets a sign from Amaya. The pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out for the Dodgers. And Ray looks down for his 50th pitch on the way to Freeman. Is a little dribbler hit along the first baseline. First baseman shovels, throws over to the Ray covering first, and down goes Freeman. So that'll make it 1 out for the Dodgers. And Ohtani moves over to second base. 2-0. Dodgers trailing to the Cubs. Third baseman Max Muncy now coming to the plate. Hottest team in the last 10 games, the Cubs, on a 10-game winning streak, 10-0. The pitch on the way. Strike. No balls, 1 strike to Max Muncy. On deck waiting is Kyle Tucker. The pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, an 87-mile-an-hour splitter just missing. Max Muncy's first plate appearance walked. Waiting in. The pitch swung on and a shot lined over way out and gone. That was a line shot, high drive, and just like that, the Dodgers score a 2-run shot home run by Max Muncy, his 9th of the season, and the Dodgers have tied it up 2-2. That ball just rocketed off of the bat and was lined, couldn't even tell that hit, and just barely got over the wall. 387 feet, 110 miles an hour. So it was a shot getting out of here quickly because it was such a low line drive shot. It carried in speed. Most home runs in LA Dodger history. Max Muncy is 3rd on the list with 218, following Say at 228 and Karros at 270. So Max Muncy now getting a whole bunch of high fives in the Dodger dugout. 2-2 tie, bringing up Kyle Tucker now to the plate. We're only in the 3rd inning, and the pitch to Tucker is taken for called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Tucker, waiting in for the left-hand side of the plate. The pitch is low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ray's now thrown 55 pitches. 1 out for the Dodgers. Kyle Tucker grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning, first at bat, and the pitch on the way is check swing, look at third, no swing. The pitch is a high line drive shot to way out and gone. Another one. And almost hitting the... Check that. I apologize. That was a replay. I extremely apologize on that one. And the count is now 2-2. No wonder it looked like it was hit in the same place. It was a replay. So Kyle Tucker still waiting in, 2-2 the count. And the pitch is taken outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Tucker. Tucker 0-1. 58 pitches by Colin Ray so far here in the third inning. The pitch is a high fly ball, foul and out of play. Ray has thrown 59 pitches. The 3-2 pitch on the way is taken for called strike 3. Down goes Kyle Tucker. And now they're going to challenge it. Dodgers challenge. The pitch is just hits the black part of the plate for a recorded strikeout. So down goes Kyle Tucker. And that will be the 3rd strikeout for Colin Ray this afternoon. Suzuki also having 3 strikeouts for the Dodgers. Meanwhile, to the plate comes Tarasco Hernandez. The pitch, low for ball 1. 95-mile-an-hour fastball just missing. We're in the 3rd inning, 2 outs. Cubs 2, Dodgers 2. 1 ball, no strikes. Colin Ray looks down a long look, getting a sign from his catcher Amaya. Hernandez waiting in. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. A pitch taken for a called ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Hernandez 0 for 2 with a fly out in his first at-bat. And the pitch on the way in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Dodgers 2, Cubs 2. Colin Ray's now thrown 63 pitches, soon to be 64. And the pitch. Right down the middle for called strike 3 fastball, for called strike 2, check that, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. So it's a 2-2 count. 3rd inning, 2 outs. Dodgers 2, Cubs 2. The pitch is a foul ball at fastball, 94-mile-an-hour, and out of play. Ray's now thrown 65 pitches. Ray looks in, nobody on, 2 outs. The pitch is in the dirt outside for ball 3. Now the count is full, an 87-mile-an-hour slider, just missing. So Dodgers 2, Cubs 2. Dodgers getting a 2-run shot by Max Muncy in this half of the inning to tie the score. And the pitch on the way high for ball 4. So Hernandez will now take his walk. There'll be 1 on with 2 outs. Ray is, meanwhile, adding up the pitches so far in the third inning. He's thrown 67 pitches. Not good at all. And the pitching coach knows it. He'll come and have a few words with him up on the mound. And the other, let's see, the shortstop, third baseman, and the catcher convene as well to see how they're going to play this. There's 2 outs, third inning, Dodgers 2, Cubs 2. Ray was sailing along with this game in command, and up comes Muncy and hits a shot into the left field pavilion. Check that, the right field pavilion, for a 2-run home run, and we are tied at 2-2. We're in the third, 2 outs. Ray now back up on the mound. Everybody's returned to where they came from, their positions, and the pitching coach to the dugout. Dalton rushing, 0 for 1. Looking in from the left-hand side of the plate. The right-hander deals inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Colin Ray, 6'5", 220 pounds, age 35. The pitch swung on and a line shot down the first base line and in the corner. It hits the ball boy. He falls off his stool and rolls over, and I think they'll stop it there as a ground rule double as a right fielder. No, that was foul. Check all of that out. Can you believe that? That was a foul ball, so yet another me mistake. Meanwhile, Dalton rushing still at the plate, this one with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Dalton rushing, waiting in, 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back behind the backstop. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 70 pitches thrown by Ray. Dodgers 2, Cubs 2 here in the third inning. Rushing, waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. Ray, the right-hander, looks in, gets the sign. The pitch outside for ball 2. 87-mile-an-hour splitter just missing. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner away from first, looking in sharply, and the pitch swung on and missed, and down goes Ray and the Dodgers, rushing and the Dodgers, as Ray records his 4th strikeout, and the score after 3 complete innings in Los Angeles, the Dodgers 2, the Cubs 2. I'll be right back after this very short break. Okay, so into the top of the 4th inning. We're getting ready to go here. The Cubs will bring up their left fielder, Happ, followed by the right fielder, Suzuki, who hit the solo home run for the Cubs in the 2nd inning, and then Ballesteros, the designated hitter. So those will be the first 3 hitters coming up for the Cubs here in the top of the 4th, as we're still getting ready to start. So the Cubs have 2 runs on 3 hits, and the Dodgers the exact same thing. 2 runs on 3 hits, but coming a little bit differently. The Cubs getting 1 in the second and 1 in the third. The Dodgers got their 2 runs on a 2-run shot by Max Muncy. So 2-2 tie, and the left hand hitting Happ will come in, facing Suzuki. And the pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1. One strike, no balls. 4th inning, 2-2 tie. The pitch on the way. Swung on and missed by Happ for strike 2. 91-mile-an-hour splitter. Ian Happ struck out in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. And now he finds himself 0-2 behind in this count. Suzuki's pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. He struck him out twice. And Suzuki recording his 4th strikeout in the game. So Suzuki is going to need to get out of here, like I said, with a minimum 10 pitches given up in this inning to try to get back on track so he doesn't get too far behind on his pitch count. Dodgers 2, Cubs 2. Suzuki's thrown 54 pitches. And the pitch to Suzuki, who got that solo shot off of him in the 2nd inning, is now back up there hitting in the 4th inning. 1 out in the 4th. 2-2 tie the Cubs and the Dodgers. Roki deals to Suzuki for called strike 2. 85-mile-an-hour splitter. So now Roki's trying to bear down and get him. Suzuki hitting .308, 4 home runs. And the pitch on the way. In the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Suzuki has thrown 57 pitches in this game. Suzuki 1 for 1, homered off of Suzuki in his first at-bat of the game. The pitch on the way is a high fly ball hit into left field, but waiting for it is Hernandez for the out. So 2 outs now. And Suzuki has now given up 58 pitches thrown in this game. 2 outs. And let's see if he can bear down and take out the designated hitter, Ballesteros, on minimum pitches. Roki looking in. Gets the sign from Rushing. Left-hand hitter Ballesteros. The pitch is inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the 4th inning. Moses Ballesteros hitting .393 with 3 homers and 11 ribbies. Roki looking in. Gets the sign from Rushing. The pitch is bounced in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. No strikes. We're in the 4th inning. Dodgers 2, Cubs 2. 2 outs for the Cubs. And the pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1. 2-1. Roki now looking in. The pitch outside for ball 3. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Roki deals the 3-1 pitch. They check over to third base, first base, strike. So now the count is full. So quite interesting. Rushing appealed to the first base umpire. Meanwhile, the umpire went to the third base umpire and got the strike. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ballesteros, the left-hand hitting designated hitter. Roki looking in. The pitch on the way. Swung on. A little dribbler foul. So Roki trying to get his first 1-2-3 of the game so far. Trying to go after Ballesteros. Keep the pitch count down. 64 pitches he's thrown so far. Roki looking in, getting the sign from rushing. The count is full 3-2. The 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Two outs. Roki looking in. The pitch swung on and a line shot hit deep to Tucker. Back goes Tucker to the right field. It gone. Home run. Almost the exact same place where Max Muncy hit his shot, right over the right field into the pavilion, and we now have a 3-2 game. A solo home run by Ballesteros, that going 374 feet in distance, just barely getting over the wall. So the Cubs get the lead right back, and Suzuki has thrown 67 pitches. And just like that, what had hoped to be a promising 1-2-3 inning blows up to a home run. And now the pitch on the way is a high fly ball to Swanson. He's there. Oh, what a basket catch. Going away from it is Freddie Freeman in shallow right field to make the catch. Quite a catch by Freddie Freeman, but not until the Cubs get one run on one hit. And the score, the Cubs 3, the Dodgers 2 after 3.5 innings in Los Angeles. Once again, thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. It means a lot that you would take time to come into this broadcast, even for a few moments. If you're liking what you're hearing and enjoying, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well. I'll be here all season long doing Major League Baseball at its best. Dodgers now will be sending up their center fielder Pages, the shortstop Hesson Kim, and the second baseman Alex Freeman. So hitters number 7, 8, and 9 coming to the plate. And if anybody gets on, the designated hitter Shohei Ohtani. Dodgers trailing this game 3-2 to the Cubs, and the Cubs have gotten their 3 runs the hard way. 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. So they're building a little picket fence out there on the scoreboard, leading 3-2. Meanwhile, the Dodgers hitting a 2-run shot in their bottom half of the third inning by Max Muncy to score their 2 runs. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, the pitch count continues to go up, up, up for Colin Ray. But he's got the lead, 3-2. And he has 4 strikeouts, has not allowed a walk. Meanwhile, Suzuki, who has been, check that, Ray has 4 strikeouts, Colin Ray, and 3 walks. Meanwhile, for Suzuki, who has had some control problems in the past, he's keeping himself, as far as control-wise, quite well. He's got 4 strikeouts and no walks given up. Pages waiting in. The pitch is outside for ball 1. 73 pitches. That was a slider. Outside for ball 1. The pitch on the way to Pages is swung on, fouled, and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pages from Havana, Cuba. Playing center field for the Dodgers. The pitch on the way inside for ball 2, 90-mile-an-hour sinker. 2-1 to Pages. Ray looks down, gets the sign. The pitch swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball. So Pages, who's 0 for 1 in today's game, now has a 2-2 count. No outs for the Dodgers, trailing the Cubs 3-2. Pages waiting in. There's a sharp ground ball hit to the second baseman. Horner, he'll flip over to Bush for the out. That'll be a 4-3 putout, and down goes Pages. And that will now bring up Ha-Seong Kim, the shortstop. Ha-Seong Kim coming in from the left-hand side of the plate, singled sharply to center field in his first at-bat. That was in the second inning. Now facing Ray again. The pitch swung on, fouled behind home plate. 0-1 the count to Kim. 1 out. Kim waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch taken, called strike 2 right down the middle. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Thanks again for tuning in to this broadcast. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please give it a thumbs up. I'll be here all year long doing Major League Baseball. Feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Ha-Seong Kim, the 0-2 pitch on the way high, way high and outside. 93-mile-an-hour fastball makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 80 pitches Colin Ray's thrown so far. Kim waiting in from Ray. The 1-2 pitch bouncing at the home plate. So it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the pitch count to Ha-Seong Kim, the shortstop for the Dodgers. Colin Ray's thrown 81 pitches. His 82nd pitch swung on by Kim and fouled back and out of play. 2 and 2 the count remains. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Dodgers trailing the Cubs 3-2. Cubs getting their 3 runs the hard way. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 4th. And here's the pitch low to Ha-Seong Kim for ball 3. 86-mile-an-hour slider. The count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ha-Seong Kim looks in. The pitch swung on, and a line shot into center field, the exact same place as last base hit went in the 2nd inning. So Kim is aboard with 1 out. Kim's hitting quite well. Makes you wonder if they would consider moving him up in the lineup. But for now, he'll remain hitting in the 8th slot. And Alex Freeland will now come up, the second baseman. He's hitting a .219. So 1 out, 1 on for the Dodgers. Trailing 3-2 to the Cubs, and Alex Freeland is on. Kim away from second. Ray now will step off of the rubber and look back at Kim, trying to keep him honest, letting him know he's watching him. And the pitch on the way to Freeland is taken for called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch low for ball 1. Once again, thanks for tuning in to this broadcast. I'll be here all season long bringing you Major League Baseball. Cubs 3, Dodgers 2 in the 4th inning. 1-1 count. Ha-Seong Kim away from first base, 1 out. The pitch on the way, swung on and fouled along the third back. Check that to the right field, hit off of the top of the ball, off the wall, rounding third and scoring is Ha-Seong Kim. And oh my, what appeared, and stopping at second base with a double is Alex Freeland. Wow, that ball hit the top of that low wall out there in left field and bounced away from the left fielder Happ. By the time he picked it up, Kim had rounded all the way around second base, third base, into home. And let's see where that ball did indeed hit. It hit just the top of the padding. Had it been just a fractions of a few inches higher, it would have bounced into the stands for a home run. Now Ohtani's up. The score is now tied 3-3. Ohtani waiting in, taken inside for ball one. Ray's 88th pitch. So Ray has already gotten to 88 pitches, and we're only one out in the fourth inning. So Ray doesn't figure to be long for this game at all. Pitch on the way, bouncing away from the catcher. He throws hard to the third baseman, and he's under the tag, throwing to Bregman, and sliding and diving head first is Alex Freeland. So now he's at third. So Ohtani could bring him home with a long, high-flooring, scoring fly ball. Let's see what Ohtani's going to do at the plate. There's an easy RBI just begging for him to get. Ohtani waiting in for the left-hand side of the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. What you going to do, Shohei? The pitch is low for ball 3. 88-mile-an-hour splitter. Cubs 3, Dodgers 3. We're in the fourth inning, and on deck for the Dodgers is the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. 1 out. Dodgers looking to score more here. Inside for ball 4 to Ohtani. So he'll take his base. We got runners on the corner. Ohtani at first. Freeland at third. And in the bullpen, right-hander Assad is starting to throw and warm up. As now we're going to have a stop here in action as Ray has now thrown 91 pitches. Let's see if they're going to give him the hook now. Maybe just another visit here. 91 pitches he's thrown. We're only in the fourth inning. And he served up 91. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Freddie Freeman to the plate. On deck, Max Muncy, who's already hit a 2-run home run in this game. 3-3 tie here in the fourth inning, bottom of the fourth inning for the Dodgers. 1 out. 1 has already come in. Freeman waiting in. There's a line shot into left field for a base hit. By the time it's picked up and thrown in by Happ, across scoring is Alex Freeland, making it 4-3 Dodgers. And Ray has thrown 92 pitches. Meanwhile, Ohtani advances to second. Freddie Freeman's at first. And Craig Counsell is going to, let's see if he's going to make his move to the mound. He's looking like he's trying to stall a little bit more for time. As if you're enjoying this broadcast, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll be here all year long bringing you Major League Baseball. The Dodgers now, and Craig Counsell is indeed coming out with the hook. So that'll do it for Ray. He's thrown 92 pitches. He gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, leaving 2 men on base. So those will be his. As the Cubs will now go to the bullpen, bring in Assad, the right-hand relief pitcher, and see what that's going to bring them. Dodgers now trying to make something big out of this inning right here. They only have 1 out. But right now we are involved in a pitching change. Dodgers got 2 runs in the bottom of the third inning, 2 more runs in the bottom of the fourth. Meanwhile, the Cubs getting their 3 runs with 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. So the Dodgers desperately trying to come back and steal this game after the Cubs had taken a 2-0 lead. in it. Dodgers last night were leading 4-0, and that didn't mean much as the Cubs came back and scored 6 unanswered runs to take that game away from them. The Dodgers trying to return the favor to them this afternoon. So right now we're in the middle of a pitching change. Once again, thank you so much for choosing this broadcast just to tune in for a little bit to see if you like what you're hearing and seeing. I'll be here all year long bringing you Major League Baseball. Once again, if you like what you're seeing, give it a thumbs up. I'd sincerely appreciate even a subscribe to the channel, as the Dodgers right now are really trying to make this into a big inning for them. Dodgers 4, Cubs 3. But the Dodgers have 2 runs across, only with 1 out. We are in the middle of a pitching change. And when the Dodgers come up, it'll be Max Muncy, the left-hand hitting Max Muncy, who's already hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Dodgers, followed by the former Cub. Once again, the chat is open. If you'd like to chat where you're watching this game from, it would be greatly appreciated. Some little interaction among the fans here. Javier Assad now coming in with a 2-1 record with a 5.4 ERA, facing Max Muncy with 2 on. The pitch on the way is low for ball 1. It's a curveball. One ball, no strikes. Assad, pitch on the way is taken high for ball 2, a sinker, 93-mile-an-hour sinker. So Assad has thrown 2 pitches and he's gotten 2 balls. Now there's going to be a pitching challenge, and this one will indeed be a ball. So that pitching challenge by the Cubs is to no avail. And now let's see what's Assad going to do in these series of pitches. The 2-0 pitch on the way is outside for ball 3. So can you believe it? He's 1 ball away from walking the bases loaded. And on deck is former Cub Kyle Tucker, the right fielder, with a chance to really stick it to his former teammates. Let's see what's going to happen here. 1 out. Dodgers 4, Cubs 3. 3-0 count to Max Muncy, the 3rd baseman. Assad looks in, gets the sign. The pitch way in the dirt and inside for ball 4. And taking his base is Max Muncy, bringing up Kyle Tucker with the bases loaded. Left-hand hitting Kyle Tucker, if you please. 1 out. Kyle Tucker, 5 grand slams in his career with a .421 average. This season, 1 for 2 with 2 ribbies with runners with the bases loaded. So, wow, he could really stick it to his former team right here with clearing these bases. Now there will be Espina coming in now for the Dodgers to pinch run for Max Muncy at first base, trying to break up any chance of a double play, minimize those chances. First pitch on the way is taken low for ball 1. So Assad has come in and thrown 5 pitches, all 5 balls. 4th inning, 1 out, bases loaded, 1-0 count. Tucker waiting in, the pitch low and inside for ball 2, a 90-mile-an-hour cutter missing. So now Assad has thrown 6 pitches, and all of them have been balls. 4 to Muncy and 2 to Tucker. Bases loaded. Dodgers 4, Cubs 3. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Assad's pitch taken for called strike 1 right down the middle with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. So suddenly he rears back and gets a fastball. The count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Bases remain loaded. 1 out. Tucker wading in, being very selective with his pitches here. And the 2-1 pitch, low for ball 3. So Tucker is one ball away from getting an RBI by having a runner walk in. Assad now picks up the rosin behind the mound, slams it down, climbs back up on the mound. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded. 4-3 Dodgers lead. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed by Kyle Tucker. He was trying to go for the fences on that one. And now the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Hernandez. 1 out. Assad looks down. The 3-2 pitch swung on and a high fly ball, and it'll go behind, down second baseman coming along the line, foul line. He'll catch it, but not until, well, that he did. He did a great job of catching that ball and immediately throwing it in and keeping Ohtani at first, and the bases remain loaded. So Tucker, just a fly foul ball out in shallow right field, caught by the second baseman Horner, hustling in for the catch. So now that'll bring up Tarasco Hernandez. The pitch on the way, taken for called strike 1. Tarasco Hernandez, 288, 5 grand slams this season with in his career. And the pitch on the way, swung on, line shot into right center field. The ball, in comes Ohtani to score, and rounding second and scoring will be Freddie Freeman. The Dodgers have now broken this game open 6-3 on the single by Tarasco Hernandez into right center field. And the runner Espina now will move over to third. So runners on the corners for the Dodgers. So the Dodgers do get something. That would have been a big disappointment and a letdown if Hernandez didn't drive home any runs, and the Cubs would have really gotten away cheaply enough. But the way it is now, they scored 4 runs in this bottom of the 4th inning, breaking this game a little open here, 6-3. Assad's wind up the pitch on the way to rushing, fouled back and out of play, 94 mile an hour. Okay, so now it's runners on the corners, 2 outs, 4th inning, Dodgers 6, Cubs 3, rushing, waiting in, and the 0-1 pitch on the way, taken for called strike 2. 87 mile an hour pitch. Rushing now asking for a little more time so he can adjust his batting gloves. Assad has thrown 14 pitches. Rushing is 0 for 2 in this game. 2 outs, 4th inning, Dodgers 6, Cubs 3. Assad looks in, checks the runner at first. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. Now Rushing's going to get up limping. The ball fouled back off of his lead foot and foul. Hitting off the right foot. Luckily, he had the shin guard there. No balls, 2 strikes to Dalton Rushing from the left-hand side of the plate, waiting in against right-hand pitcher Assad. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and line shot into left field for a base hit, and in comes Espina to score, and the Dodgers now have 7 on the board and 5 in this inning. So Dodgers 7, Cubs 3 here in the 4th inning, and there remains 2 outs. So Assad has not been the answer for the Cubs, as he's allowing all of those runners that were on charge to Ray to score, and Andy Pages comes up. He is flied out and grounded out. 0 for 2 today, but now there's a different pitcher in there. Right-hander Assad looks in, pitches to the right-hand hitting Pages outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs remain here in the 4th inning. So the Dodgers got their big inning now, getting 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th. The windup, the pitch in the dirt, bounces, being nice held up by Amai from going back behind him. There's a runners now for the Dodgers at second and at first base. Dalton rushing with that base hit on first. Tarasco Hernandez on second base. Pages to the plate. Dodgers have 5 runs in this half of their inning. 2 outs remain. 2-0 count to Pages. Assad looks in. The pitch swung on and fouled away by Pages. Assad has now thrown 19 pitches coming in relief here. So he was 1 strike away from getting out of all of this mess and not allowing anything, and then everything fell down on him. 2-1 the count. The pitch lined back over the heads of Assad and by a diving Horner, the second baseman into center field, rounding third and scoring is Tarasco Hernandez. Over to second goes Dalton rushing, and to first goes Pages. So just like that, the Dodgers put up 6 runs in this inning, now leading 8-3 over the Cubs. So the Dodgers fully taking advantage, and out comes the pitching coach. Now let's see. He is not seeing anything from Assad. Are they going to give him a quick hook? Wow. Pages delivering right there, bringing home a run. And Colin Ray is feeling it in the dugout, now looking at what he left. A game that wasn't out of hand. Now it has gotten there. Hassan Kim coming to the plate. 2 for 2 with 2 sharp singles into center field. He's also scored a run. 2 outs remain for the Dodgers here in the 4th inning. Dodgers 8, Cubs 3. Hassan Kim waving the bat back and forth. He's got a runner at second, a runner at first. Now they're going to do an appeal, make sure that Tarasco didn't miss third base. And let's see. They're arguing, wanting an appeal. Did he miss? They're saying no. And Craig Counsell, the manager for the Cubs, will go back in the dugout, not getting what he was trying to get. And they're still challenging this. Let's see. They're trying to look at all angles to see if Tarasco Hernandez cut the corners and didn't touch third as he rounded third base. Looking to see if they can find some footage somewhere to substantiate the claim of Craig Counsell, the manager for the Cubs. As of right now, it's 2 outs for the Dodgers, 8 runs in this game, 6 in this inning, and they're looking for all kinds of angles. Meanwhile, they're showing a up-close look at Hernandez in the dugout laughing and giggling. Let's see if he is after the call. Doesn't seem to be a substantiated view if he did miss it or not. He may have touched it with his right leg leaving third, but there doesn't look like a definitive if he did or didn't as of now. So it is confirmed the runner did touch third base. So so the run scores for the Dodgers. Hernandez at first was kind of taken back by the way they worded it, but to no avail was Craig Counsell's appeal, and the Dodgers lead 8-3. 2 outs. Hassan Kim facing Assad. The pitch is low and in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Assad has now thrown 21 pitches. Kim waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. The pitch taken outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. With runners in scoring position, the Cubs are 1 for 2. The Dodgers are 5 for 8. The windup, the pitch taken low for a ball, an 89-mile-an-hour cutter, just missing. So the count is now 3 balls, no strikes. But this fastball, a fastball, 94-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Dodgers 8, Cubs 3. Dodgers scoring 6 in this half of the inning. The pitch on the way, taken for called strike 2. 3-2 the count to Ha-Seong Kim. Pages at first, rushing at second. The pitch, a line shot down to the second baseman, Horner. He picks it up, flips across to the first baseman, Bush for the out, and down go the Dodgers. But not until they score 6 runs and now lead Dodgers 8, Cubs 3 at the end of 4 innings. I'll be right back after this very short break. Okay, so now I'm back here for the 5th inning, and the Chicago Cubs will now be bringing up their center fielder, Crow Armstrong, followed by the catcher, Amaya, and then the top of the order for the Cubs will be the second baseman, Horner. So Crow Armstrong, Amaya, and Horner. Sasaki, meanwhile, gets ready to deliver in. Espina will now stay in for Muncy and play third base. And that looked like a genius move by Roberts. Why? Because the Dodgers managed to score 6 runs after he had brought in that pinch runner. Had the Dodgers walked away with hardly anything at all, it wouldn't have been as good a move. But now they just got to play some defense here, not allow the Cubs to get back in this game. And that starts with the pitcher, Sasaki. Dodgers 8, Cubs 3. Here in the top of the 5th inning in Dodger Stadium. The windup, the pitch, swung on and actually called strike 3. So Crow Armstrong never saw that one coming. And now Sasaki's thrown 70 pitches. There's 1 out. in the top of the 5th inning, and that'll bring up the catcher, Amaya. Amaya scored a run for the Cubs earlier in this game. The pitch on the way is taken for called 96 mile an hour fastball for a strike. 71 pitches thrown by Suzuki so far in this game. The pitch called strike 2. Dodgers 8, Cubs 3, here in the top of the 5th inning. Waiting in is the catcher Amaya for Suzuki to deliver. Suzuki takes a long look into rushing, gets the sign. The 0-2 pitch, there's a little dribbler hit foul along the third baseline. So the count remains 0-2, 1 out for the Cubs in the top of the 5th inning. Let's see if there's any fight at all in the Cubs to get back in this game. Usually in baseball, when you have a team that scores a lot of runs in one half of an inning, like the Dodgers did with 6, it kind of deflates the opposing team and they just play out the string going 1, 2, 3 for the remainder of the game out. But let's see how this works out here. And I think some of that is also due to the fact that the pitchers feeling themselves. Like, for example, Suzuki starts to throw harder, bear down, and bring it. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, and a high fly ball hit to actually gone. So that ball out of here, a solo shot by Amaya. So that ball was just rocketed by the time the left fielder, by the time Pajes and Tucker could move over to take a look at it, it was out of here. They never had any shot at all to get that ball. So 74 pitches for Suzuki. Let's see how long the Dodgers are going to leave him in. You'd think they'd want to at least have him be the pitcher of record with such a big lead. He's got 1 out. Let's see if he can bear down to the second baseman, Horner. The pitch taken for called strike 1. Horner 1-2 for today. 0-1 the count. 8-4 now the score is. And that picket fence continues to be built by the Cubs. 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Meanwhile, the Dodgers getting their 2 runs in the bottom of the third and 6 in the bottom of the fourth for their 8 runs. Suzuki looking in. The 0-1 pitch is taken for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the second baseman, Horner, waiting in from the right-hand side of the plate. One and one the count. Suzuki delivers inside for ball 2, 97 mile an hour fastball. So 2 balls and 1 strike, the count to Horner. And the pitch, foul dribbler along the third base line and out, a play. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out here in the 5th. Suzuki 1 strike away from getting Horner out. Let's see what he's going to do. It's a shot hit to right field for a base hit. Kyle Tucker will pick it up and throw it in. And now Suzuki's given up a home run and a sharp single into right field. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. Cubs just got a home run shot by the catcher Amaya into the right field pavilion. But now they have 1 on, 1 out. The pitch on the way swung on and missed by Bush, the first baseman. Bush, swinging in from the left-hand side of the plate, has an RBI single in the third inning. And the pitch on the way. Taken low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Bush, 1 ball, 1 strike, and it's taken low for ball 2. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. Here in the top of the 5th inning. 1 on for the Cubs. Horner away from first base. The pitch on the way. Taken low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Suzuki could sure go for a double play right now to get himself out of this jam. His pitch count slowly continues to go up, up, up. He's now pitched 83 pitches. The pitch on the way, swung on, and a ground ball hit sharply to Freeman. He tags first with his glove, and that'll be an out recorded for Bush, but Horner arriving safely at second base. So now there's 2 outs and 1 on. That ball was gloved beautifully by Freeman along the first base line. He just lunged over, tagged first base with his glove to get to record the out on Bush. And now third baseman Bregman will come up to the plate with a runner in scoring position. Bregman waiting in from the right-hand side of the plate. The pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. 90-mile-an-hour splitter. Bregman 0-2 in today's game with a grounded into a double play and a strikeout. Horner away from second. Suzuki bears down and throws for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. Suzuki looks in, checks the runner at second. The pitch is a line shot down in foul and along the first baseline. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 8-4, Dodgers lead here with 1 runner on. He's Horner at second base. Bregman to the plate. Bregman hitting .261 this year. And here's the 1-2 pitch by Suzuki. Taken low for ball 2. 91-mile-an-hour splitter, just missing. Suzuki's thrown 88 pitches. Dodgers trying desperately to get him out of this half of the inning. He can be the pitcher of record, and then they'll see where they go from there. The pitch on the way. Swung on, a ground ball hit sharply to Muncy. Espina gloves it at third, throws over to Freeman, and down goes the Cubs in the top of the 5th inning. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. If you're enjoying the action, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll be here all year long bringing you Major League Baseball. The score after 4.5 innings in Los Angeles, the Dodgers 8 and the Cubs 4. I'll be right back after this very short break. Before I do that, I want to tell you the Dodgers will have Alex Freeland coming up, the second baseman, to lead off, followed by Ohtani, the designated hitter, and then the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. I'll be right back right after this. Okay, back to live action here for the Dodgers as the pitch on the way is taken low for ball one to Alex Freeland, the second baseman. Freeland's been very involved in this game with an RBI, a double, and this pitch is taken for called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Freeland has an RBI, 1 hit, 1 run. Pitch on the way is low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dodgers leading over the Cubs 8-4. Assad, right-hander, delivers to the left-hander. Freeland hits a high fly ball to dead center. Back goes the center fielder. It's off the wall. Crow Armstrong can't get it. Meanwhile, rounding first into second base with a stand-up double goes Alex Freeland, as he really made a fine job of it, Crow, to actually keep that only to a double, because that ball was hit over his head, and by the time he retrieved it, he held him back. So he didn't quite make the catch, but hustling over to bring that ball in a hurry was the right fielder Suzuki, as Armstrong gave it a try but just couldn't get there. So the Dodgers are aboard with leadoff hitter Ohtani to the plate, and there's a curveball for strike one. Actually, ball one. No outs. Bottom of the 5th inning in Los Angeles. Shohei 1 for 2 with 2 walks, 2 runs, a stolen base, and a curveball, 79-mile-an-hour curveball missing for ball 2. Runner at second base is Alex Freeland on that double. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Assad checks Freeland at second. The pitch to Ohtani's fouled back and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Once again, thank you folks for tuning in to this broadcast. Pitch on the way is taken for called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Assad, the relief pitcher, has now thrown 34 pitches. Ohtani 1 for 1. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll be here all year long doing Major League Baseball. The pitch on the way swung on and fouled back along the dugout of the Cubs and along right field. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ohtani once again from the left-hand side of the plate, waving the bat back and forth, waiting for Assad to pitch, and the 2-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a line trot down to the second baseman. Horner. He throws across to Bush for out number 1. And moving over to third is Alex Freeland. So 1 out. And that will bring up Freddie Freeman, the first baseman. 1 out, runner at third. Let's see if Freeland can get a scoring fly ball and bring him home. 1 for 3 is Freeman with an RBI single in the 4th and also scored a run in this game. Pitch on the way is taken an 88-mile-an-hour changeup for a ball. 8-4, Dodgers leading. Freeland along the third base line takes a little lead from third base. The pitch swung on and missed by Freeman. 87-mile-an-hour cutter. Freeman wading in from the left-hand side of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-4, Dodgers lead in the 5th inning. Pitch. Low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out for the Dodgers. Runner Alex Freeland at third base. 8-4, Dodgers lead. Trying to hold on to this lead as the Cubs trying to chip away into it. Assad looks over, and the 2-1 pitch is outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Dodgers. Waiting on deck is the third baseman, Espinal. Pinch running for Muncy and staying in to play third base. Pitch on the way, swung on by Freeman, fouled along the third base side. 3-2 is the count. 1 out. Alex Freeland away from third base. Freeman hitting from the left-hand side of the plate for the pitch to Assad. The 3-2 pitch taken for called strike 3, and down goes Freeman. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Dodgers leading 8-4 to the Cubs, trying to return the favor to them last night. Cubs let the Dodgers get 4 runs, leading 4-0, only to come from behind to beat them 6-4 in the end. Espinal waiting in from the right-hand side of the plate. 2 outs. The pitch high for ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 outs for the Dodgers. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. One and 0 the count to Espinal. Assad's pitch taken for called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 86-mile-an-hour slider. Espinal waiting in. And the pitch swung on and missed. 79-mile-an-hour sweeper. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th, leading 8-4 with a runner at third. The pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. The Dodgers making big in their actions here in the bottom of the 4th inning, scoring 6 runs. Taking it to the Cubs. And the 2-2 pitch is taken low for ball 3. The count is now full. Runner at third, Freeland. Hanging tight. On deck for the Dodgers is Kyle Tucker. Tucker 0 for 3 in today's game. The pitch swung on, and there's a line blooper. Is it going to fall? Nope. Catching it is Crow Armstrong, and down go the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th inning. So that'll do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th. And the score after 5 complete innings in Los Angeles, the Dodgers 8, the Cubs 4. We'll take a very short break right after this. Okay, so the Cubs, if they're going to get back into this game, they got to start right now. They're now down to their last 12 outs, as they've scored 4 runs the hard way. Have they gotten their 4 runs? 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. Meanwhile, the Dodgers have gotten their 8 runs, 2 in the bottom of the third, and 6 in the bottom of the fourth inning. So that's where we're at here. Dodgers 8 runs on 10 hits, and the Cubs 4 runs on 6 hits. For the Cubs coming up will be the left fielder Happ, followed by Suzuki, the right fielder, and Ballesteros, the designated hitter. Suzuki in the game. The pitch swung on and missed by Happ, the left fielder, hitting from the left side of the plate. Roki waiting in. The pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Roki's served up 91 pitches in today's game. Ian Happ waiting in. And the 0-2 pitch. Taken low for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the 6th inning. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. Roki looking in. Gets the sign. And the 1-2 pitch. Outside. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. So the count is now 2-2. Suzuki has given up 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs in 6 innings of work here. The pitch is low for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just the start here of the 6th inning for the Cubs. Happ, first hitter up, followed by Suzuki, who's on deck. And the pitch is way outside for ball 4. So Roki walks the leadoff hitter to start off this top of the 6th inning. So that's not good at all, and he'll be the first to tell you that. So let's see if the Dodgers can put together some type of a double play right now to stifle any chance for these Cubs to get back in this game. Suzuki homered off of Sasaki earlier in the game. Takes the first pitch for ball 1, an 84-mile-an-hour splitter. Check that, strike 1. Suzuki waits in for Roki to deliver. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2, a 90-mile-an-hour splitter. Warming up for the Dodgers in the bullpen is Klein and Dreyer. Waiting in, right-hander Sasaki checks the runner at first base, and the pitch swung on and fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes. Roki could sure go for a double play right about now. 98 pitches he's given up. This, no doubt, will be his last half of inning of work right here. The pitch on the way. Swung on, and a high fly ball hustling at Pages. It drops in front of him. He's going to retrieve it quickly, but not until the runner Happ moves over to second. Suzuki at first, and brings up designated hitter Ballesteros, who's already homered earlier in this game. So the Dodgers are not out of the neck of the woods of any stretch of the imagination. They have no outs and 1 shot by Ballesteros, and this game is a whole lot interesting right now. 8-4 Dodgers lead, but with a hitter like Ballesteros who's already homered, hold on to your hats. .404 batting average. Ballesteros brings up to the plate. In this game, he's scored a run, brought in a run with that solo home run. And now Dave Roberts has seen enough. After 99 pitches, he's going to the bullpen and relieves Roki. And quite honestly, I was surprised he actually did come out to start the sixth inning, but now they're going to let him go to the showers and bring in a fresh pitcher right now. The Dodgers leading 8-4, but those two runners belong to Roki. So as far as Roki's work, he got 5 strikeouts, only gave up 1 walk, and he is the pitcher of record leading. He can win this game. He cannot lose this game since those two runners are on his record. He can only win or have nothing to do with it. So that's a plus side for him. But let's see what the Dodgers can do and who they're going to go to for this continuing of the bottom of the 6th inning. Also waiting on deck is the shortstop, Swanson, for the Cubs. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4 in the top of the 6th inning. But right now we are in break for a pitching change, as Dave Roberts wasn't going to waste any time. Roki threw 99 pitches and leaves with 99 pitches there. The 2 runners on base are his responsibility. So let's see who the Dodgers choose and how they play this. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4 in the top of the 6th inning. So Suzuki has pitched 5+ innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, and on comes the lefty Dreyer, Jack Dreyer to be exact, 1-1 record, a 4.35 ERA, and 10 and a third innings pitched this season in 10 games. Ballesteros 1 for 2. Now has no balls, 1 strike count, but there's 2 runners on. Dreyer checks the runners on base. The wind-up, the pitch is taken for ball 1. 90-mile-an-hour slider. So 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs here for the Cubs. Dreyer delivers. Swung on and missed by Ballesteros for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dreyer looking in, taking a big sigh of breath. He's got a runner at second base in Happ, Suzuki at first base, and Ballesteros to the plate. No outs for the Cubs. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. Ballesteros waiting in. Dreyer winds up. The pitch is low. 95-mile-an-hour fastball just missing. Its count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind up the pitch. There's a grounder, foul, and out of play. Left-hand hitting Ballesteros. 1 for 2 today. 2-2 count. 2 runners on, no outs for the Cubs. Trying to get back in this game, trailing 8-4 to the Dodgers in the 6th inning. Jack Dreyer's pitch swung on, fouled back and out of play. Two and two the count to Ballesteros. Jack Dreyer waiting in. Pitch way outside for ball 3. So the count is now full. So Dreyer's coming in here and has thrown 8 pitches, has the count full, and is 1 pitch away from loading up these bases here and bringing the tying run to the plate. Dreyer's 3-2 pitch, high for ball 4, and he does just that. The tying run, and Swanson is now coming to the plate for the Cubs. Swanson hitting .205 this year. Bases loaded now for the Cubs. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. Swanson has 3 grand slams, hitting .348 with the bases loaded. The pitch, low for ball 1. A fastball, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. No outs. Bases loaded, 8-4, Dodgers leading. Cubs trying to snake this game again from the Dodgers, who led handily 4-0 last night, and the Dodgers lose 6-4 to the Cubs. Today, the Dodgers, currently, right now, the Dodgers have a 4-run lead on the Cubs, 8-4. Let's see what'll happen. The pitch swung on and missed. 1-1 count. Bases loaded. Dreyer now trying to surge back into command here in this game. Bases are loaded. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs in the 6th inning. Dreyer, the pitch on the way, swung on and missed for 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Jack Dreyer looking in. Left-hander deals high for ball 2. 4-seam fastball, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Crow Armstrong on deck. 0-2 the pitch. High. We're going to check over at first. No swing. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And just like that, Dreyer is 1 pitch away from walking in a run. We are in the 6th inning. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. Swanson waving the bat back and forth. Dreyer, the lefty, serves to the righty. The pitch swung on and missed, and down he goes. So he struck him out. So now the Dodgers are in good shape here. They got at least 1 out. The bases are loaded, but keep in mind they are in a good position here for a double play. And upcoming Crow Armstrong, who has done absolutely nothing so far in this game. Let's see if the Dodgers can continue to keep him tied up. He has struck out twice in his 2 appearances. So from the left-hand side of the plate, Crow Armstrong swings and misses. 2 strikes away from striking him out. A 90-mile-an-hour slider. So Crow Armstrong with 1 grand slam, hitting .192 with the bases loaded. Waiting in. The pitch. Swung on and missed. High riding fastball. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, if you please. And the count is now 0-2. Crow Armstrong 1 strike away from striking out 3 times in this game for the Cubs. Let's see what you're going to do with it. Dreyer now starting to feel himself after that strikeout to Swanson. Now looking in. Checks the runners. The pitch. Low for ball 1. 90-mile-an-hour slider. 1-2 is the count. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. 6th inning, 1 out. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and down goes Crow Armstrong for the 3rd straight time in this game. And the Dodgers are 1 out away from getting out of this jam, major jam. Suzuki looking in for the Dodger dugout. And they're just 1 out away from getting out of this jam here, leading 8-4. Bases remain loaded, 2 outs, and just like that, they're taking Dreyer out. So Dreyer's done what he can do. They're now going to go to Klein, and we will have a short little break in the action here as they do yet another pitching change. I'll be right back as the Dodgers are bringing in Will Klein. Okay, so as the Dodgers are now in the middle of a pitching change, the Dodgers still facing with the bases loaded, but now bringing in Will Klein to try to get them out of this jam here. Roki pitched well. He left with 2 runners on, and that were his. One of those runners on base belongs to Jack Dreyer, who just left. And now Will Klein coming up. What you going to do with it, Klein? How are you going to get the Dodgers out of this half of the inning? Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. Dodgers 8 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The Cubs 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Now Will Klein from the right-hand pitcher coming in, facing the right-hand hitter, Amaya. The catcher, the pitch on the way, taken for called strike 1, 98-mile-an-hour fastball. So Will Klein now out there to throw some smoke and see if he can ruffle up the feathers of Amaya and get the Dodgers out of this inning. Klein looking in. The 0-1 pitch, way outside for ball 1. Nice backhanded catch by Dalton Rushing to save that from going to the backstop. Telling Klein, just hold on. Don't overexert yourself. Let's get the man out here at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the 6th inning, 2 outs. 8-4 Dodgers lead. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. So the Dodgers trying to battle back. Miguel Amaya has 500 average. He has 1 grand slam with the bases loaded, and 500 average with runners and with the bases loaded. So now the fans are getting a little restless here, making some noise. We are in the 6th inning. 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch to Amaya. It's a little dribbler. Comebacker to Klein. He's going to get the Dodgers out of it. He flips over to first baseman Freeman, and down go the Cubs, leaving the bases loaded with nobody out, and the Cubs come up empty. Can you believe that? The score after 5.5 innings, the Dodgers 8, the Cubs 4. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th inning right after this. As just before I do that, let me let you know, for the Dodgers, they will have Tucker coming up, followed by Hernandez, and then Dalton Rushing. So the Dodgers played that masterfully, really played it well, with Dave Roberts pulling all the strings. As Suzuki left with 2 men on, Dreyer walked a man on, made the bases loaded, but Dreyer was able to strike out and get 2 men out of that, get the 2 outs. He left. In comes Klein to get a comebacker from Amaya. So that was really textbook way how to handle it with the bases loaded and nobody out and not allow a run to score. Quite very impressive by the Dodgers. Dodgers leading 8-4. The Cubs are now down to their last 9 outs in this game. So that was the chance right there. If the Cubs were going to have any chance at this game to make a whole lot of noise and get back in it, what better perfect situation could you have with the bases loaded and nobody out? But there's still, like I say, 9 outs for the Cubs to go, so this game is far from over. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. Dodgers trying to pad that lead with Tucker coming to the plate. Tucker hasn't done much, striking out once against his 0 for 3 with a strikeout against his former teammates. Tarasco Hernandez will then follow. He's had quite a big game. 1 walk, 2 RBIs, 1 hit, 1 run scored. So he has really been in the thick of things in this game. And then Dalton Rushing has struck out twice, but he has managed to get 1 hit and 1 RBI as well. So the Dodgers collectively as a team pulling everything they got to get the 8 runs and having everybody contribute. And here's the windup and the pitch by Amaya. It's a high fly ball hit by Tucker. It's going to bounce on the warning track and go into the stands for a ground rule double. So first pitch from Assad, and you got a runner on second base. So Tucker, with nobody on, is the leadoff man hitting a double into the left field stands, a ground rule double, bouncing off of the warning track. So Tucker's aboard, and up comes Tarasco Hernandez, the left fielder. 85-mile-an-hour slider to Hernandez for ball 1. No outs in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Tucker is aboard with a leadoff double. Hernandez waiting in, and the pitch. Line shot foul. 1-1, 92-mile-an-hour sinker. Hernandez waving the bat back and forth. Waiting in. Then the pitch from Assad is swung on and lined sharply into left field for a base hit. Picked up by Happ and thrown in, but not until Tucker moves from second to third. Hernandez is at first, and the Dodgers are in business. Nobody out, and 2 runners on in the corners here. So the Dodgers leading 8-4, trying to get more with Dalton Rushing at the plate. Left hand hitting Dalton Rushing. Check it in. Assad has been bounced around pretty hard in this game so far. The pitch on the way is low for ball 1. 77-mile-an-hour curveball. 1 ball, no strikes. Dodgers trailing the National League West by 1 game to the Padres, who won today. Dalton Rushing waiting in. The pitch on the way. Taken for ball 2. 1 for 3, Dalton Rushing. RBI and a single in the 4th. Assad looking in. Getting the sign from the catcher, Amaya. Checks the runners on base. The pitch is taken for ball 3. Curveball, 78-mile-an-hour curveball. So he's 1 ball away from loading up the bases with no out. So very similar position that the Cubs found themselves in, and they walked away with nothing in the top of the 6th inning. Meanwhile, in the bullpen, warming up is Velasquez. Assad pitches on the way, strike right down the middle with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Big sigh of breath, and releasing it is Dalton Rushing from the left-hand side of the plate. 3-1 the count to Rushing. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dodgers 8, Cubs 4. No outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Waiting in is rushing, and the 3-2 pitch is taken for ball 4, and the bases are indeed loaded with nobody out. And up comes Andy Pages. Pages now really with a chance to make the Cubs pay for this one. Pages already has a hit and an RBI in his 3rd at-bat in this game. From the right-hand side, the pitch on the way is taken low for ball 1, a 79-mile-an-hour sweeper. So pending how the Dodgers do in this half of the inning, we'll have a lot to say on how Dave Roberts and who he sends out to pitch the top of the 7th inning for the Cubs. And the 1-0 pitch taken low for ball 2 to Pages. 93-mile-an-hour sinker, and now suddenly the count is 2 balls and no strikes. We're in the 6th inning, no outs, Dodgers with the bases loaded, leading 8-4 over the Cubs. Pages looking in. Assad, the windup, the pitch, swung on, and a line shot into left field for a base hit. In comes 1 run as Freeland, and let's see, it comes another run, Tarasco Hernandez. So Freeland and Hernandez score, and the Dodgers now lead 10-4. So nice. And on that throw, as they threw the ball in, Pages taking second base. So that was a line shot into the left field. Happ picked it up, but by the time he threw it in and tried to get it home, Pages had rounded second, taken the extra base on the throw, and now we have runners at 3rd base and 2nd base. Pages at 2nd. The pitch to Kim is fouled out of play. So Tucker and Hernandez scored. Rushing and Pages are on base. Rushing at 3rd, Pages at 2nd. Kim to the plate. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled back off the catcher's mask and dribbles along the Dodgers side of the dugout. And the count is now 0-2. No out still. Dodgers 10, Cubs 4. We are only in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hassan Kim waiting in. And the pitch on the way. In the dirt. 88-mile-an-hour changeup for ball 1. Dodgers 10, Cubs 4. Assad's thrown 64 pitches. 2 runners on. The pitch fouled back and out of play. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Assad looking in. The 1-2 pitch swung on, a shot down to first baseman. He'll glove it as Bush. The throw to the plate, not nearly in time as the run scores, as Rushing scores, making it 11-4. But there is now 1 out as Dalton Rushing was thrown out by the nice play by Bush, the first baseman, gloving it right on the line, carrying it to the base, tagging out the runner at first and threw home late. But now, with that, the Dodgers now have a runner, Pages, moving to third base. So runner at third, Alex Freeland to the plate. So Freeland can get a scoring fly ball here and bring home Pages. Let's see what he's going to do. First pitch is on the way, taken for ball 1. 11-4, Dodgers lead over the Cubs. We are in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch taken for called strike 1. 88-mile-an-hour cutter. 1 ball, 1 strike. The wave has started here in Dodger Stadium throughout the crowd. And here's the pitch. It's a little dribbler foul. 89-mile-an-hour cutter. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 6th inning, leading the Cubs 11-4. The Dodgers have scored their 11 runs with 2 in the bottom of the 3rd, 6 in the 4th, and 3 in the 6th. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled. That actually swung on and missed, but let's see. Looks like, yep, down goes Freeland, and upcoming Shohei Ohtani to the plate. So Freeland is struck out, and now there's 2 outs. Runner remains at third base in Pages, and now the Cubs will have a pitching change of their own. So before Ohtani comes to the plate, the Cubs will mix it up and change here. Meanwhile, the line on this game is the Dodgers 11 runs and 13 hits. The Cubs 4 runs and 7 hits. Each, actually, no errors for either team. So the line will read 11 runs, 13 hits, and no errors. And the Cubs 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Pitching change for the Cubs. Once again, thank you all for tuning into this broadcast. It sincerely means a lot to me. I thank you. If you're enjoying this action and like to see more of me giving you play-by-play during the rest of the year, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. A thumbs up as well, always appreciated. So right now the Dodgers, with 11 runs across in this game, have 2 outs now. So there is a contrast right there of the 2. The Dodgers had, the Cubs on the top of the 6 had the bases loaded with no outs and wound up scoring no runs. Well, the Dodgers had the bases loaded and no outs, are still batting and have scored 3 runs. So a flip of what could have been and what was and everything like that shows that this game of baseball, you just never quite know. You could say that's a great position to be in. Bases loaded, no outs, but how are you going to play it? And the Dodgers bearing down, used 2 pitchers to close the door on the Cubs and get out of the inning. Well, the Cubs left the same pitcher in there, and they got tagged for 3 runs. Meanwhile, the one runner on now base, Pages, belongs to Assad, who just left. So let's see who the Cubs are going to go to and how they're going to play it. Ohtani's now going to climb in from the left-hand side of the plate. Vince Velasquez coming in. First Major League appearance since 2023. Wow. Knuckle curve for ball 1. 82-mile-an-hour knuckle curve. What a way to come in after being gone for 3 years, facing Shohei Ohtani in your first appearance. The pitch on the way, in the dirt for ball 2. And meanwhile, running to the plate and scoring is Pages. Oh my! Pages was alert on that one. Once he saw that ball bounce, he was moving quickly to score across. That is what you call a hustle run right there. No doubt about it. Now the Dodgers got their 12th run across. As that ball just bounced and the catcher kind of lost it, the pitcher was slow and moving over, and Pages immediately leaving third base and running down the line, scoring easily as the pitcher tried to glove it and flip it across to no avail. There's a shot down to the first baseman. He gloves it. Bush, he'll carry it over to the bag for the out. And like that, the Cubs are out of the inning, but not until they allow 4 runs for the Dodgers to score. And the score after 12 complete innings at Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers 12 runs on 13 hits, the Cubs 4 runs on 7 hits. I'll be right back after this very short break. Okay, back for more live action here at Dodger Stadium, but the Cubs now will be coming up in the top of the 7th inning, and they'll be the second baseman Horner, the leadoff hitter, followed by first baseman Bush and the third baseman Bergman. So the top of the order, the 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for the Cubs. So if they're going to get into this game, now is the best time to do it. After having the bases loaded and no outs and getting out of that with no runs, that really, you would think, would deflate them. But let's see how they respond. Now they're down 12-4. And who do the Dodgers have out there? They're going to dare let Blake Trinan come in? Nope. They're going to stick with Klein. Will Klein, right-hand pitcher, throws hard, strike one. Right away, jumping on the count. Meanwhile, in left field goes Alex Call for the Dodgers. So, Call is into left field. Espina is substituted for Muncy earlier in the game. 0-2 the count. Will Klein looking in. We are in the 7th inning. Dodgers 12 and the Cubs 4. Klein looking in. The pitch. High and outside. 98 mile an hour fastball for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nicky Lopez to the plate. The pitch. Swung on and fouled and out of play. Lopez hitting for Horner, pinch hitter. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Klein back up on the mound. He's thrown 8 pitches. Looking in. Throwing some smoke. Strike 3. Down goes the Lopez. 98 mile an hour fastball gets him. And now there's 1 out for the Cubs. Once again, thank you for tuning in to this channel. I know there's lots of other channels you can go to. I do appreciate it for you stopping in. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, please give me a little support. A thumbs up would be appreciated, and a subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, hear more of this action. Meanwhile, back to live action, and Bush fouls the ball down the line over the first baseline and foul. Michael Bush, RBI single in the 3rd, 1 for 3 today. But right now, Klein trying to settle down this game. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. Pitch on the way is taken for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 7th inning. Klein looking in. And the pitch on the way. Called. Strike 1. Strike 2. Check that. 99 mile an hour fastball. Good point, Ken. Ohtani has not hit a home run in quite a while. So he was all... let's see. Yeah, that's a very good point. But remember, when Ohtani does get started with hitting home runs, he usually hits them in bunches. Meanwhile, the count is 2-2. Suddenly a strikeout. Fastball, 98 mile an hour fastball. And now there's 2 outs for the Cubs. Now that you bring it up, it would not surprise me at all if Ohtani knocks one out of here before the end of this game. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. 2 outs now for the Cubs. Klein served up 14 pitches, and now that'll bring up Confardo, another pinch hitter coming in for Bregman. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1. Conforto was with the Dodgers last year, now facing the Dodgers for the Cubs. Hitting .304 from the left-hand side of the plate. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Conforto waiting in, pinch hitting for Bregman. The pitch, it's a sharp ground ball, hit sharply into center field for a base hit. And he'll round first. And he's aboard. So 2 out, base hit into center field. So now that'll bring up the left fielder Happ coming up. Dodgers all smiles in the dugout, trying to get Conforto, the former Dodger, to wave his hands and do the Freddie Freeman dance at first, but he's not going for it. When you got 12 runs in late in the game, it's understandable why there'd be a lot of smiles. 12-4, Dodgers lead, and meanwhile the pitch on the way to Matt Shaw, who's now pinch hitting for Happ, is ball 1. So the Cubs look like they're emptying the bench right now. 12-4. The pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back and out of play. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4, 1 runner on, Conforto on first, but there's 2 outs. 1-1 the count to Shaw at the plate. Klein checks Conforto at first and pitches. Fouled back and out of play. 90-mile-an-hour sweeper. So Klein's now thrown 20 pitches. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. 2 outs in the 7th inning. Once again, thank you fans for tuning in to this action with the Dodgers and the Cubs in Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. The pitch on the way is a high fly ball hit to center fielder Pages. He's got it for the 3rd out. So the Cubs, after getting a 2-out base hit by Conforto, go quietly after that. The score after 6.5 innings in Los Angeles, the Dodgers 12, the Cubs 4. The Dodgers will be back right after this. So at Dodger Stadium, they're singing the Take Me Out to the Ball Game here in the 7th inning stretch. Dodgers handling this game up to this point, 12-4. Anything can happen. Cubs are now down to their last 6 outs in this game as they went quietly in that top of the 7th inning. And it looks as though they've emptied their benches now, changing, bringing in a lot of substitutes here. Let's see how they're going to play this. They had some designated hitters in, and looks like Conforto will go to third base. Lopez will go to second base. Let's see if that's the way they're going to do it defensively. Those are who they pinched hit for, and Shaw pinched hit for Happ in left field. Let's see how they come up with the lineup here. Meanwhile, Dodgers 12 runs on 13 hits and no errors, and the Cubs 4 runs on 8 hits. Dodgers now, tomorrow night's game will be starting, actually tomorrow's will be a day game, a start time of 1:10 in Los Angeles local time, and then the Dodgers entertain the Miami Marlins as they come in for 3 games. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then Thursday will be a much needed day off after the Dodgers played 13 straight games by that time. So usually the old adage is when you score a lot of runs in one game, you struggle to score a run in the next game. And the Dodgers did experience that earlier in the year when they were in Colorado, scored a bunch of runs against the Rockies on a Sunday and then struggled to get anything on a Monday, the very next game. So now we're about ready to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Freddie Freeman will be coming to the plate. And Velasquez is now out there again for his 2nd inning of work. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. Freeman 1 for 4 in today's game with an RBI and a single. Pitch on the way is fouled off of him and dribbles to the front of the plate. So the count is now no balls and 2 strikes to Freddie Freeman. So Velasquez up on the mound, the hard-throwing right-hander deals the pitch. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball hit out to the center fielder, Crow Armstrong. He's got it for out number 1. So 1 out for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and that will now bring up Espinal, who came in for Muncy as a pinch runner and has stayed in the game. Espinal scored that run when he was in as a pinch runner. So let's see what he's going to do at the plate. Pitch on the way, taken for called strike 1, 90-mile-an-hour fastball. We are in the 7th inning, 1 out. Santiago Espinal lined out in the 5th and scored a run. Velasquez, the windup, the pitch outside for a ball 1, 83-mile-an-hour slider. The current defense, so Conforto is in left field, Lopez is in third base, and Shaw is at second base. Meanwhile, Velasquez looks up. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Espinal. Swung on a line shot over the leaping third baseman and into left field. Rounding first and heading for second with a stand-up double is Espinal. So, wow, just like that, Espinal's now getting into the fun, doing the Freddie Freeman dance at second base. As the Dodgers lead 12-4, trying to look for more. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now that'll bring up Tucker, the former Cub, doubled in the 6th with a run. 1 for 4 in today's game. We are in the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch to Tucker, taken, called strike 1. Lopez is now at third base. He had pinched hit for Horner at second base. And the pitch is taken, a high fly ball waiting there in left field is Conforto. He's got it for the out. He'll throw it in. Now there's 2 outs for the Dodgers. And that'll bring up Tarasco Hernandez, the left fielder. So quite a few changes defensively for the Cubs. In for Horner at second is Shaw. He had pinched hit. Okay, so now what do we got? Call to the plate, who's in for Hernandez, actually. Took over at left field, and he takes 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, and now there's a challenge. And that is indeed going to be a strike. So the Cubs challenge and win. So that 1 ball, no strikes will now be no strikes and 1 ball. 2 outs for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Velasquez looks over, checks the runner. Espinal at second. And the throw to the plate. Oh, inside for a ball. Fastball, 91 mile an hour fastball. 2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike to call. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. We're only in the 7th inning. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. 92 mile an hour fastball. Velasquez trying to restore action here for the Cubs. Dodgers 12 runs on 14 hits and no errors. The Cubs 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The 1-2 pitch on the way swung on and fouled back by Call. 92 mile an hour fastball. Next Saturday, it'll be the Dodgers and the Cardinals on Fox. Velasquez has thrown 16 pitches so far in this game. Call still waiting in. Now he steps out of the batter's box. There's 2 outs. We are in the 7th inning. And the count is 1-2 to Call at the plate. Pitch is outside for a ball 2. 92 mile an hour fastball. Velasquez has thrown 17 pitches, and the 2-2 pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. Now the count is full. 91 mile an hour fastball just missing. 2 outs, 3-2 the count to Call. Rushing on deck. Call waving the bat back and forth from the right-hand side of the plate. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The windup, the pitch, swung on, and a high fly ball to the right fielder Suzuki. He's coming, he's got it, and down go the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th inning. The score, after 7 complete in Los Angeles, the Dodgers 12 and the Cubs 4. So the Cubs will now have Suzuki, who just caught that last out for the Dodgers, leading off, followed by the designator Ballesteros, and then Swanson, the shortstop. Those are the as we're going back to the bottom of the order here now for the Cubs. So it's really going to be quite a climb to get back in this game. Let's see if the Dodgers are going to stick with Klein. Klein's looked pretty good in his 1 1/3 innings that he's pitched so far, but will that be the max for him? Let's see how Roberts is going to play this. Or will he go to Blake Trinan, who has been known to light up some few fires? Instead of put him out, he started some. Blake Trinan hasn't looked well at all. Will he try to use this as an inning, this inning or next inning, to try to give him some confidence? Let's see how Dave Roberts is going to play this. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. San Diego, who leads the National League, and the Dodgers 6-4 winners over the Diamondbacks earlier today. The Nationals win in 10 innings against the White Sox 6-3, and the Athletics losing to the Rangers 4-3. So those are just some finals here across the way. Another one, the Giants losing to the Marlins. The Marlins will be in here Sunday. Giants 6, Marlins 2. So whole lot of action happening here on a Saturday afternoon as the NFL draft winds up their draft. They're done. They're ready to go. And for right now, if you're enjoying this telecast and you haven't done so, please give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of Major League Baseball. Meanwhile, Kyle Hart is now in for the Dodgers. Kyle Hurt, check that. First pitch, fastball for ball 1. And there's a pitch to Suzuki, lined into center field for a base hit. So the leadoff hitter is aboard. Hurt now has thrown 2 pitches and is allowed a line single by Suzuki into center field. Bringing up designated hitter Moses Ballesteros, 1 for 2 with a solo home run and a walk in this game. So let's see if the Cubs are going to make some noise in this inning. The pitch on the way is foul ball lined bouncer along the first baseline and out of play. No balls, 1 strike. 1 run on. Suzuki with a base hit lined into center field. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. The wind up, the pitch swung on. There's a ground ball hit. Taylor made a double play to Sesson Kim to second, and he drops the ball trying to throw, and they're going to say the runner is, safe at second. Oh my. Alex Freeland tried to catch that ball and throw, but they're not going to say that he had caught the ball. Let's see. That was an error as Sesson Kim caught it, flipped it quickly to Freeland. He tried to catch it. Well, I see. He tried to glove it with his bare hand, catch it with his bare hand and throw, and dropped it. So yes, indeed, that is not an out. And now there's 2 runners on. So what could have been a double play or at least 1 out ends up in no outs. Meanwhile, Hurt throws his first pitch for a strike. Strike 1. So Freeland knows what he did wrong. He just should have gloved it in a 12-4 game, take the out, and move on. Instead, he tried to shoot for 2 and dropped it. So now 2 on. The pitch is taken for ball 1. Dansby Swanson in. Grounded out, flew out, strikeout, 0 for 3 in this game. Cubs trying to battle back into it. 12-4, Dodgers lead. Hurt to the windup. The pitch swung on. There's a line shot down to the third baseman, Espinal. He throws to Freeland, across to Freeman for the double play. So there, they're able to shoot 2 and get it. And now there's 2 outs in the 8th inning. So Freeland's error has not hurt the Dodgers. At least they haven't scored any runs, but they got rid of that extra guy and got their double play. So now there's 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Espinal gloving that ball nicely. and turning the double play with Freeland to Freeman. Now there's a runner on third base and 1 out. Meanwhile, back to the plate, Crow Armstrong struck out 3 times. He's now got 1 strike, swinging and missing from Hurt. Crow Armstrong waiting in from the left-hand side. The pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. He's 1 strike away. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And Crow Armstrong is 1 strike away from striking out 4 times in this game. Let's see what he's going to do. Hurt looking down. Checks the runner at third. The pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and down goes Crow Armstrong for the 4th time in this game. And the Cubs are retired in the top of the 8th inning. The score, the Dodgers 12, the Cubs 4 after 7.5 innings. The Dodgers now really bearing down. The Cubs are down to their last 3 outs. And up for the Dodgers will come Rushing, Pages, and Hassan Kim. So the error by the second baseman Freeland trying to glove it with a bare hand and throw over to first does not hurt him at all. Take it as a learning lesson for Freeland in a 12-4 game. Take the for sure out and move on. But it didn't matter really. They didn't hurt him. They didn't score any runs, and everything's good. So let's see who the Cubs are going to throw out there now. Will it be Velasquez, who's looked pretty good? He hasn't given up any runs to the Dodgers since he's come in there. And now we'll see as we move into the bottom of the 8th, and the Cubs are down to their last 3 outs. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to this game this afternoon. Tomorrow's Dodger game will be starting Dodgers versus Cubs at 1:10 local time in Los Angeles. Dalton Rushing has had quite a game. Behind the plate, working for placing Will Smith. Rushing has struck out twice, but he's also walked, got an RBI, got a hit, scored a run. So he's been quite active. He's hitting .412, and he's coming up to the plate now. And Pages has been, I would say, the star of the game. 4 at-bats, 2 hits, 3 RBIs, 1 run. He's been right in the middle of it. Roki Sasaki, it looks like he's going to get out of here with a win. He is the pitcher of record after pitching 5 complete innings. He couldn't quite get out of the 6th, but the 2 runners when he left on 6th inning were taken care of, so it didn't hurt him. And the pitch on the way to Rushing by Velasquez is way inside, fastball for ball 1. We are in the 8th inning, the bottom of the 8th inning. Rushing, waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. Velasquez deals. There's a foul back and out of play. So now there's 1 ball, 1 strike to Dalton Rushing. Velasquez has served up 21 pitches. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. It's a high fly ball. Rushing is not happy with it. It'll be fielded and caught by Conforto in left field for out number 1. So 1 out for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that will bring up Andy Pages, the center fielder. And on deck, Hassan Kim, the shortstop. Dodgers, Pages waiting in, taken for called strike 1. A 92-mile-an-hour sinker by Velasquez. (12-4), Dodgers leading. The pitch on the way is low for ball 1. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. So after this half of the inning, we move to the top of the 9th and the Cubs' last 3 outs. Let's see what's going to happen here. The pitch on the way, swung on and missed by Pages. And now the count is 1-2 81-mile-an-hour knuckle curve. Velasquez looking in. Pages now steps out. We are in the 8th inning. 1 out, 1-2 the count to Pages. Pages 2-4 in the game today. Velasquez winds and deals. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. A fastball, 93 mile an hour. Pages waiting in from the right-hand side of the plate. And the pitch on the way. Low for ball 2. 92 mile an hour fastball. Velasquez has now thrown 27 pitches on this game. The count is 2-2, 1 out in the 8th inning. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. Velasquez winds and deals. Swung on and a high fly ball. Waiting for it to second baseman Shaw. He's got it for out number 2. So there's now 2 outs for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the Dodgers will now send up shortstop Ha-Seong Kim. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. Ha-Seong Kim from the left-hand side of the plate, checking in. And Velasquez winds and deals. The pitch taken for called strike 1, right down the middle, a 90 mile an hour cutter. Kim 2 for 4 in today's game, 2 singles, 1 RBI, and 1 run. Velasquez looks down to Amaya, the catcher, gets the sign, the wind-up, the 0-1 pitch, taken for called strike 2, an 88 mile an hour cutter. Suddenly Velasquez can feel it. Meanwhile, in the Dodger bullpen is Eder, left-hand pitcher Eder. Looks like he may come in for the top of the 9th. Velasquez deals the pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and down goes Kim. So that'll do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th inning. But more importantly is the top of the 9th inning and the last 3 outs for the Cubs. And due up will be the catcher Amaya, followed by Lopez and Bush, the first baseman. So let's see what the Cubs are going to do with the score after 8 complete innings in Los Angeles. The Dodgers 12 and the Cubs 4. The last 3 outs coming up for the Cubs now, and it looks like Eder will be coming in for the Dodgers, the left-hand pitcher Eder, to shut the door on the Cubs. So it doesn't look like they'll have any of Blake Trinan coming in to try to restore confidence and get them on the right track. They're not going to mess around with this game. They just want to end it, finish it, and let's move on to the next one and get out of this inning. Let's see how it all comes out. Dodgers with 12 runs and 14 hits and 1 error. That error just happening by Alex Freeland, the second baseman, in the top of the 8th inning. And the Cubs have 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Once again, tomorrow's game will be at 1:10 afternoon. If you're enjoying this broadcast, I thank you so much for coming and give me a try here. If you like what you're seeing, give it a thumbs up. It's always appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you would like to see and hear more of me giving you play-by-play of Major League Baseball. In other action across the league, the Toronto Blue Jays win 5-3 over the Guardians of Cleveland, and the Mariners score 11-9 victory over the St. Louis Cardinals, and the Boston Red Sox put up 17 runs against the Orioles, 1 run. So that game must have been a bear indeed to cover and to have to play against when you're on the wrong side of a 17-1 score. Meanwhile, back to live action here in Dodger Stadium, and up to the plate for the Cubs comes the Amaya, the catcher. Eder looks in. The pitch taken outside for ball one. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Jake Eder, April 20th at Colorado, pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk. He's back in there for this game. The pitch on the way is low and inside for a ball 2, 88-mile-an-hour slider. So served up 2 pitches, 2 balls. Amaya, the catcher, 1 for 2 today. Eder made his debut in Colorado, and now his first appearance in Dodger Stadium. There's a high fly ball. Out goes the second baseman, Freeland. He's there. He's got it for out number 1. The Cubs are now down to their last 2 outs in this game. And that'll bring up Lopez, who hit for Horner earlier in this game. Nicky Lopez coming up. Struck out in his only appearance at the plate. So let's see what Eder's going to do now. Eder, the left-hander, looks in. Facing the left-hander, Lopez swung on and missed for strike 1. 87-mile-an-hour slider. We are in the 9th inning, the top of the 9th inning. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. 0-1 count to Lopez. The pitch swung on and missed. An 89-mile-an-hour slider. The count is now 0-2. The Cubs are down to their last out, actually 2 outs, and 1 strike. So they're 1 strike away from being down to their last out, put it that way. 1 strike away from being down to their last out. Eder looking in. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and a ground ball foul. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So Lopez just getting that. Let's see now. Waiting on deck is the first baseman, Bush. So Suzuki is, 2 out, 1 out, and a strike away from getting a win. The pitch on the way fouled back and out of play. 87-mile-an-hour slider. Eder has now thrown 7 pitches, and a lot of those being either fouled off or strikes. He's dealing now. 0-2, feeling more and more confident here at Dodger Stadium. Looking in to Dalton Rushing, getting the sign. The left-hander deals, and the 0-2 pitch to Lopez, taken low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ohtani, liking what he's seen from the Dodger dugout, giving the team support. The 1-2 pitch, taken called ball 2. So 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Lopez hanging in there after having an 0-2 count. Now is battled back to a 2-2 count. Bush is on deck. 1 out for the Cubs. We're in the 9th. Eder, the windup, the pitch, low for ball 3. So now suddenly he's gotten 3 consecutive balls and the count is full. Lopez taking a big sigh of relief on that one. Eder's thrown 10 pitches. The count is full. We are in the 9th inning with 1 out. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. Eder looks into Rushing. The pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and down goes Lopez. No, check that. It was a foul. For my apologies. It was a foul, so he is still at the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes as that little dribbler just came out of the glove of Rushing. So Lopez still hanging tough. 0-1 count, striking out. He's got a 3-2 count, but he's 0 for 1 in the game, striking out in his first appearance of this game. Eder now looks in. And the 3-2 pitch. Oh, called strike 3, and down he goes. So he delayed the inevitable, and this one, the umpire punched him out. So now there's 2 outs in the 9th inning. We're down to their last out for the Cubs. Dodgers 12, Cubs 4. The Cubs are a half a game behind the Reds. And in there come the Cubs right now. Bush, the first baseman. facing Eder. The pitch on the way, swung on, and a high fly ball to Pages. Back goes Pages, away back to the wall, making the catch, and down goes the Cubs. The final score is the Dodgers win here at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers 12 runs, 14 hits, and 1 error. The Cubs 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Suzuki gets the win. He's 1-2, and Klein. And wow, what a nice way to end this game on a deep fly ball. The losing pitcher is Ray. He is 3-1. Suzuki is 1-2, getting his first win on of the season. So thank you for tuning into this broadcast. I'll be here tomorrow at 1:10 local time in Los Angeles. Until then, have yourself a great evening to you wherever you may be.